In this video, we are going to cover the 9 steps to help you buy a home to help you save time and money. Hi, I'm Yasha Wells, your favorite local Jacksonville realtor. If you ever thought about buying a home and don't know where to start, this video is definitely for you. I'm going to share the 9 steps to buy your first home or your next home. Step number 1 is finding the right real estate agent for you. There are so many different options here. I think now in Northeast Florida, we have over 15,000 agents with over, in just one part of the country, over 250,000 agents getting ready to exit the real estate industry. What that means for you is you want to find someone who is committed to this industry and is not really going to be exiting the business anytime soon, right? Other things that are important regarding, finding the right real estate agent would be make sure that your communication style is one that fits for you. How responsive are they? Will they, kind of lean on you to find the properties, or do they lay out the process for you? That can make or break your experience. And if you want to have a great experience, you should definitely look around for the right one. Maybe check out a few. Don't necessarily go with just a family member, or what you always can do is entrust a family member, if they're licensed in a different state, help locate an agent for you. So I think that could be one way if you're going to enlist it or work with a family member. If they are licensed for the area that you're looking to buy in, definitely see all of their offerings and what they do to basically help you find your home sweet home. Now, step number 2, which is you got to be able to show these people out here the money, right? And that means you need to get pre-qualified, pre-approved, really pre-approved, because when you are not pre-approved and you're ready to start going to see homes, what if you do not qualify for that home, or what if you qualify for more? So having that piece of paper and doing those few steps up front can definitely help save you time and heartache. Because we never want to take you, or I don't at least want to take you to a home that you fall in love with and then find out that it is not within the price point that you are able to purchase a home in. And that would just break my heart, because you will literally compare every single home moving forward to that home because it was perfect. When you are going through the pre-approval process, you'll want to, see who your real estate agent's preferred lender is. You can always start there, but I highly always recommend to shop around to get a few estimates and see what different programs are available to you based on your income, your debt to income, your credit. If you're a first-time home buyer, there's just so many different ways that you can purchase a property. And so it's just important to shop around a little bit regarding getting your pre-approval letter. And if you do need any recommendations, definitely let me know. I'd be happy to connect you, whether if you're a traditional home buyer or if you're looking to expand into investing. I do have quite a few relationships here within the state of Florida to help you find your next home sweet home or investment property. Step number 3 is to find the perfect home. I mean, we've done all the legwork, right? So now it's really just taking that criteria that you've set out or laid out with your real estate agent and to go find that. And then right now, with the market that we're in as of February 2023, you're able to negotiate a lot for yourself as a buyer, or your agent would negotiate for you. And I think that's really important because we're not in the same market that we've been in the last 2 years. And so you may be able to get your closing costs covered by a seller for a resale home, or you may be able to negotiate $15,000 or $20,000 off the price. And not necessarily saying that is the right approach for every property, but those are just a few examples for you. Even when it comes to new construction, the same thing. There is negotiation room for you, so always bring an agent with you. I just really want to stress that. Same thing on the resale side, which is pre-existing homes. You can negotiate deals right now. And I'm not saying crazy deals like $100,000 off the price and get it for nothing, but you can definitely make the terms within your favor. Step number 4 is writing the contract. Really the hard part was actually finding the home, because we do have a more inventory on the market right now, but there are a lot of sellers getting ready for spring selling season, which is pretty much here already. What that means for you is that everyone seems like they're just coming out to buy right now, right? You really will want to write a really good, strong offer, and then it goes back to your agent and how they communicate and deliver the offer. Are they calling the listing agent? Are they communicating with the site agent to basically express what you are planning to submit on or in contract or on a contract? Just all of those things, again, go back to finding the right real estate agent for you that's going to advocate for you and work hard for you on your behalf. The next step is putting down your binder deposit. Here in the state of Florida, it means that you are basically saying, hey, Mr. or Mrs. Seller or Mr. or Mrs. Builder, I am very serious about purchasing this home, and I am willing to put up this dollar amount of money. Typically, we're seeing, just depending on what type of financing you have, some builders have different requirements, but I would say be prepared to put down a minimum of $1,000 up to 1% of the purchase price, or whatever the builder's requirements are, just so you have, just a little bit of wiggle room there. Your binder deposit will go towards the purchase of the home. So that will go towards your down payment and or your closing costs, just depending on how much you're putting down. But that money will be held in escrow at a title company or an attorney's office until closing. Just depending on if you're purchasing a property via resale or if you're purchasing a property through new construction, there will be a window where you'll be able to, cancel and get your binder deposit back. But most times right now on new construction, you're not getting your binder deposit back unless you're basically denied for the loan. So if you just decide, okay, after I go under contract and we're 3 weeks into this and you don't like the property anymore, your binder deposit will go to the seller. The next step that I have for you is now going through the inspection contingency. And what that really is you're going to find a home inspector. Your real estate agent should definitely have relationships that they can recommend to you, but you're always welcome, again, to go and shop around and look for your own outside of that. And you'll schedule a home inspection to see what's going on with the home. They're going to check everything from the roof to the plumbing to the electrical, the dishwasher, the washer dryer if it conveys with the home. They're going to check everything, and they're going to give you a big report, and I literally mean it's going to be like over 30 pages for you to go through. Now, I do want to forewarn you, don't be alarmed, because it is going to be very lengthy. You want to pick out, if you're going with a resale home, you want to pick out things that make sense, or look at the report and see what matters to you. So now if you got an AC unit that's about 20 years old and the home needs a new roof and stuff like that, now those things might not be non-negotiable for you unless you're doing a fix and flip, or if you're doing a rehab loan or renovation loan. Don't worry about those things. Can you believe with the inspection contingency that all these things that I just mentioned are after you get pre-approved and you find the first home, like those are, all this stuff is happening literally within the first 10 days of going under contract, or depending on whatever your agent, however long your inspection period is. So all this stuff is happening. And so you got your binder deposit going out, you're submitting more documentation to your lender. So the next step is the loan application period. So pretty much all this stuff is happening simultaneously, where you're going to be submitting all of your documents to your lender. That means your tax returns, your bank statements, your most recent check stubs, any assets that you would like to contribute to you being able to qualify for this home, all of those things. They're going to, and then pro tip, they're going to be asking for some of these documents multiple times, so just have them ready. Don't, huff and puff about the lender asking you or the underwriter asking for more documents or the same documents, because I'm telling you right now, they're going to do it. All the loan application stuff is happening within like the first 5 days typically. But if you're already pre-approved, that means the underwriter has already received all of your documents, basically are underwritten. You just had to find the right property. But if you're pre-qualified, now that's where you're gonna have to really start sending a whole bunch of stuff all at once, and it may feel overwhelming. So I am just forewarning you right now that it is going to be a busy time during the first 10 days here in the state of Florida. Please check with other states or areas that you're in, or whatever your real estate agent has put on that contract for you. Make sure you know your deadlines. And then again, that goes back to communication with your realtor. The next step would be the financing contingency, basically verifying everything, doing employment verification, or if you're self-employed, making sure like all the numbers make sense and work out in your favor. They're just doing all those, and then again, receiving all of those documents if they're asking for them multiple times, again, which they will. One of the next steps would be that go along with the financing contingency is making sure if you have a loan that your home is appraised for the price that you're under contract for. And so the lender that you decide to work with will hire an appraiser, or contract out an appraiser to come out and assess the value of the home. And then you'll have another report to look at and go through. If the home comes in lower than what you're under contract for, then that is another opportunity for your real estate agent to go back and speak with the listing agent and do additional negotiations to see how we can, make this work or still get you the home that you want. And if the home comes in overvalue, you won't have to worry about coming up with any additional money, right? So if you're under contract, let's say for $400,000, and the appraiser comes back and says, okay, the home is worth $425,000 or $425,000, you don't have to come up with the difference for that. That just means you have equity in your home and you're walking into the home with equity. The final step is closing. So that is an exciting time because you're gonna be signing a bunch of paperwork. So get your hand ready, your John Hancock ready to sign a lot of documents, and then there will be a closer or an attorney that will walk you through all the documents that you're signing, and you'll just sign until you've completed all of the loan documents for your lender. While we're there at the closing, we'll be waiting for the lender to basically verify all the documents, that everything's signed correctly and nothing was missed. Once we're funded, then you'll be able to go to your new home. I know that sounded like a lot, but like I mentioned, a lot of the steps or the things that you're doing, really the hard part is finding the home, and then a lot of the things that are happening in the first 10 days. If you want more detailed information about the home buying process, be sure to check out the link in the description to download your Life of a Real Estate Transaction Guide.